Hello guys, my name is Ashish Tripathi and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Lambda function. I wrote I wrote the code already because I just wanted to save time. Rather than typing, I can just go through each line by line. So okay, please ignore, please don't see in advance. Just go and just follow with me. Okay, so lambda function. First, what is lambda function? Lambda function is kind of anonymous function. Generally when we write regular function, then we always use the keyword def. If you remember, then we always use the word keyword def. And lambda function, they are slightly different. Here we use the keyword lambda, and the syntax for the lambda function is first you have to write the keyword name is lambda. As you know, it is a case sensitive language, so yeah, you write lambda, and then here you can type your argument actually. um, Sorry, yeah, here you can type your argument, and then here you can type your expression. That's the common syntax, that's the basic syntax of the lambda function, that's which we are going to use. So this is just to remember. Okay, now we can go. So for example, I simply want to write a square function where I want to pass the two argument a and b, and then I want the square, so like a to the power b, like that. Okay, so if I have to do this job by using the function, then I can just define a function. I just mentioned a square, but it can be any name actually. It should be different name, but it's okay. A to the power b, and then I execute this, and then if I pass a square 2 4, then you can see clearly it is 16 14, right? Let me do this thing. Let me pause this. Okay, so here we can see the clearly it is giving us output 16. Now we can do the same thing by using the lambda function. So we are using a variable x, and then we are writing a keyword lambda, and then a b. This is the expression. As you remember, the first thing is the expression, after that a and b, sorry, first thing is argument, and then we are writing the expression is a to the power b. And once we execute this thing, and then we pass these two values again to this variable x, and then we are getting the same thing. So as you can see, this is exactly same of this one piece of line is replacing these two pieces of line in the function. So when we talk about lambda function, there are three basic functions, which is map, filter, and reduce, which we are going to see one by one. So let's first start with map function. What map function can do? So first we will understand, and we will try to see the same thing by using the regular function. So suppose we have a list called L1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want the square of each number, like each member of this list, we want to have a square of this number. What we can do, okay, suppose we can write another function called x, and where we are returning x to the power 2. Okay, let's execute this. Okay, so this function is fine, this function can work. For example, if you want to see this function working, then you can simply type square, and then you type any number, like you say 7, and then you execute it, then you are seeing the square of that number. But here, what is the objective is that we want the square of this list, actually each member of this list. So if we pass the entire list, then what will happen? Let's see what will happen. We are getting a unsupported operand type for this. So we cannot do by using the simple list, actually. So what is the alternative which we cannot do by using the simple list? There are a package called numpy, where the numpy has that np array, where we pass the list into the np array, and then we can do so many numerical things by using the numpy. So guys, I'm again suggesting you that you should practice a lot about numpy, and numpy is much it has a lot of advantages, actually. So rather than using the simple list, we can pass that list into the np array, and then we can do the many things, actually. So to use this, first we import the numpy as np, and then let's create np underscore l, that's the np array, and then we are just passing that list which we have already created. This list which we have already created, we are passing this list into this array, actually np array. So once we do this, then we can see, then here you can simply see what is there in that np array, and then you can see you have the same value, but it is in the form of array 1 2 3 4 5. And if now if you pass this list, this np array into that function which you have created before, then you can see the output is 1 4 9 16 and 25, which is the square of each member of that list. That is what exactly we were looking for. Now this is the way which we generally do by using the regular function in the old method. Now what we can do by using the lambda function, let's try to understand the same thing. Here we have an array called num, which is basically the same thing actually. Okay, and now I'm writing this lambda underscore l, and now I'm typing this function map. So map is the basically map is the function. If you simply type elf and then map, okay, and then you execute this thing, then you can see map. The syntax for the map function is that you type the function, then you type iterable. Here lambda is nothing but a function, so map, and then this the whole thing is a function, and this is iterable. Iterables is like a list, tuples, dictionary. These are iterables, like which we have number of elements actually, right? So we are typing map, and then we are writing lambda. This is the argument. We are passing only one argument, which can be list, which can be a tuple, which can be dictionary, anything. And then we are doing this map function will apply to each and every member of that iterable. That's the job of map function, right? So it will whatever you write, whatever expression you write here, it will that it the map function will apply that function to each and every member of that list or tuple, whatever argument we are passing here. So we are passing here a num, and as you clearly see, this is the table. And then once we execute this thing here, then we can see and this is the object where you just simply execute this lambda underscore l, then you are just getting the object of that function. And then once if you want the list, then you can pass this actually under a list, and then you can see we are getting the same thing here, the same output, the desired output which we were looking for. So we can so we have seen square we have seen the same thing by two methods, one by lambda function, one with regular function. I hope it is clear for you guys. The next function is filter function. Filter function is another very useful function. So let's understand this with let's understand this by this example. We have a list called m, where we have these various kind of numbers actually. Now the objective of this example is like we want to have only those numbers which are more than 25. So the one way to achieve this target is that we can write a simple function. And how can we write that function is simply that you write a function, and then say our argument x, and now we are creating a simple empty list, say y, and this is the list where we will putting all the values which is more than 25, because we need that, right? We need a container where we can put all those filter things. So for I in x is this value here, and you know how for function for loop work actually. So I can be any variable, and then we are looking that I into the x which we have passed here. And then if I will go each member one by one, right? So if I is greater than 25, then append that item into the list y. And this is I just wrote for myself actually, but it's not even important actually, but you can see, and then return y. So let's execute this one first. Okay, so we have executed this is successfully executed. Now we want to see what we are passing this list m. So here we passed, and now we can see we have the members which are more than 25. So that's the function, that's the job which we were looking for. So now let's see the same thing which we can do by using the lambda function filter. So here we have created another variable called num. Okay, and then we have passed the same thing there, m, and the lambda filter is equal to lambda num, and again this is the same thing here. This is lambda, this is expression, this is argument, this is an expression which we want to do, and the filter is the function which will be applying on each and every member of this iterable actually. So we think is like about one member, and then it will automatically apply for all the members of the iterables. That's how it works. So basically like it we are thinking about this only member. Okay, one, like lambda 1 if 1 is greater than 25. If it is not, then it will move to the 4, then it will move to the 7, then at 12, 18, 25, it will go automatically. And then and then we can execute simply lambda filter. Okay, and list lambda filter. Sorry, I think I haven't executed this one. Let me execute this one. Yes. So we have already passed this list, and then that's why it is storing all the members which are more than 25, and then it is giving us this 30, 35, 50. That's the result. So that's how lambda function works. Another function in this list is reduce function. Okay, in reduce function what we want to do is, like for example, like we want to add words, so for example, like if you want to do the same thing by using the regular function, then we use this strict arguments, and you know what it means. It's for flexible arguments. You can have different kind of argument. You don't have to define particular arguments actually. So here we are having the same thing, like here we created an empty list. Here we are creating empty variable name word, and then for I in argument, whatever argument which we are passing here, it will go one by one, and then it will keep adding those things here. Let's execute this one here. F9. Now we are passing this three letters, John, three strings, John, Johnny, and Jonathan. The function should, what it function should do, first it will read John, then it will put that John into the word. It will go to the Johnny, then it will write John plus Johnny. So John and Johnny will come and together, and then similarly the Jordan Janardhan will also come together. So like here it is John, Johnny, Janardhan. So for example, like if you are having a large Excel sheet and where you have three different columns, and then you want to concatenate those three columns together, then that's where you can use this kind of function. The same thing you can do by using the lambda function. Here we have to do some slightly different thing, because here reduce is not inbuilt available, so we have to import that from the library called functool import reduce. So from functool import reduce, you do this first, and then we are passing the we are having this thing list John list of strings John, Johnny, Janardhan, and now we are passing this same list, like reduce, like mmap, and then filter. We have reduce function. Here we have lambda. This is an argument, this is an expression, and this is that variable which we are passing. You execute this, you execute the result, and then you can see you have John, Johnny, Janardhan. So guys, this is it from the lambda function. I hope it may be helpful for you. Again, this is just to give you little basic information. You can explore a lot by yourself. This is just for basic understanding. I hope it helped. If you have any question, please let me know, and if it helped you anyway, then yeah, do appreciate. Thank you.